What's going on, everybody? GameStradamus here, bringing you episode 1 of a montage series I'd like to do called Sniper Wars. I've been playing quite a lot of Bad Company 2 Vietnam over the last week or two, and I've been doing a lot of sniping in it. I'm usually an assault class kind of guy, but this game sniping just feels so right. So anyway, I've been trying to put together a full rush match of this game. If you're not familiar with this game or Rush, it's kind of like domination in Call of Duty, but a lot more in depth. You have to capture a couple points and you keep moving on. Anyway, I kept jumping into matches, and I'd jump in and I'd be halfway through the match, or it had started, and my team would either be very, very good or very, very shitty, and we'd either run through the match in 5 to 7 minutes, or we'd lose the match in that amount of time. I could never really get these drawn out games that were really fun that I could cut up and really show you guys a lot in. I just had all these little great sniping sections, and I threw away probably 15 or 20 videos where I had these kind of great sniping sessions in them, and I was like, wow, I should have created a montage out of that, just to show you guys some cool little sniping. So anyway, I decided, this morning I was just gonna put together a montage. So I played 4 or 5 games and just kind of took the best parts from them. It's not all of my kills in these matches, but just some entertaining parts, just from a few matches, and I threw this together in a day, so it's not maybe perfect. I could probably do better. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy it. And I'm sure that this would probably be a lot more entertaining if I had some driving drum and bass or electronica or something like that. But I can't really do any copyright music with Machinima or YouTube in general, and I haven't really gone on to sites to find any non-copyrighted stuff. I produce my own music myself in Logic Pro, but I haven't finalized a lot of my tracks. So maybe in time I will bring some rockin' beats and suck one, flamethrower. Yeah, maybe in time I'll bring some rockin' beats, but for the time being, you're just gonna have to listen to the sweet sound of my voice as I blow people's heads off from across the map. I guess I'll just kind of go through a couple tips here and there. Number 1, do not be afraid to shoot people through bushes, through buildings and walls and stuff like that. There's only a few things that are going to stop your bullets, and that's really rocks, dirt, and maybe a tank. Besides that, you can usually shoot through anything. So if you see a guy that's marked just off in the distance or whatever, just take a shot. If you're not in the chaos and worried that you're going to get flanked, you never know when you can pick somebody off from a distance. So just keep that in mind, and you can get some pretty wild kills. I have a couple later in this video that I'm sure I'll point out. Anyway, I usually roll with this M40 when I play Vietnam. The M40 is definitely the most powerful sniper rifle, but its rate of fire is very low. So when you are using the M40, you really have to be patient and pick your shots wisely. A lot of times you'll be in these situations where you're kind of in a standoff, or there's a lot of guys running around, and you really only have that one chance to take your shot before somebody gets behind cover and you miss that opportunity. Maybe right here, for example, tracking this guy, making sure I have him before I take my shot, and not trying to wildly take that because he would have been behind cover at that point. So just be aware of that. And also, you kind of get to these standoffs, right here, where the guy sees you and all of a sudden you're okay, shit, I got to take that shot. That sometimes has to be a random shot. But if you miss, it's very, very, very important, and you'll see me do it in here a lot, to switch to your handgun. Really for any class, but especially for the sniper. That can get you out of a lot of situations. And the handgun is very accurate and very powerful as long as you, shoot it steady. So just be aware of that, because that will get you out of a lot of situations. And if you see here, and I'm listening in my headset during the game so I can kind of hear this guy as well, but you'll notice that there's this guy sneaking around on my mini-map behind us. And if I was not paying attention to the mini-map or listening to what's going on around me, I would have missed him, and he probably would have flanked 3 or 4 of us. So it's very important in this game to pay attention to your environments, because a lot of times you'll be creeping in the bushes and you'll hear somebody next to you and you'll think it's a teammate, but you know, if you look at your mini-map, you'll notice that there's not a teammate triangle there that's green or blue, and you know, those little decisions like that, you can usually get the best of enemies that are trying to creep out. Another thing to keep in mind is when you are playing as a sniper, you get access to this like C4 or TNT. And if you can place it in the middle of a path that a tank will usually drive down, when he drives over it, if you detonate it, you'll take out the tank. And that is very, very, very important to do as a sniper. Because those tanks, if you let them get into the objectives, they can really go to work and get some great position for the enemy team. So it's really important to take those out right away. So keep that in mind when the tanks are going to work on you. And you'll see here a couple times where I start to shoot people through walls. When you kind of see people that are through there, just take a shot. Especially with the M40, it's very, very powerful, and you can take people out. Also, another thing to keep in mind as well, I usually, for the most part, stick back, and a lot of people that use the M40 tend to sit really, really far back and try to, you know, take people out from a distance, which is really fun. But you know, because of the tank situations and vehicles and that kind of thing, and just trying to capture the points, I've been getting kind of up into the mix a lot more. And you know, when you have the M40 at like close to medium range, you can pretty much kill anybody with a single shot if you hit them like in the upper body. So, you know, when you start getting up close like that, just pay attention that you don't get too crazy with the M40, because if you push too far up and you don't have support, you can easily get flanked and taken out. Right there is probably my best shot of the day. I was pretty proud about that. And then a minute later, I took this one and got this guy randomly as well. Anyway, I had to point that out. I was pretty proud of myself. So anyway, again, just don't be afraid to take those random shots. You know, you never know when you'll clip somebody. Anyway, I've been having a good time putting together this little montage, even though I kind of did it in a day. I think it's a pretty sweet little sniping montage. You guys will have to let me know what you think. If I should do another one of these, and I would do this for like Medal of Honor as well, because Medal of Honor is another kind of good sniping game. I will not do a sniping game for Black Ops. I just think sniping in Black Ops is kind of pointless, in my opinion, because it's not really sniping, you know, it's all, I don't know. Bad Company just feels right, because the maps are so big and so rich with, you know, trees and shrubbery and all this different stuff that you kind of feel like you're sniping. But Black Ops is like, you know, I can do way better with an assault rifle any day and can snipe anybody from, you know, any range, so it's kind of pointless to me. But, you know, not to bash on Black Ops, all first-person shooters are great in their own way. I hate the first-person shooter fanboyism that has just clouded the industry lately. But anyway, you guys can argue about that one. And I will put together some more montages and be back soon. So you guys have a good one, and I'll be back later.